Lamar Jackson delivered his second consecutive 300-yard passing game, improving his remarkable record to 22-1 against NFC teams. Derrick Henry once again topped 100 rushing yards, while Mark Andrews found the end zone. Zay Flowers had a career-best performance, and the Ravens' offense was firing on all cylinders as they improved to 4-2. Jackson threw for 323 yards and a touchdown, leading the Ravens to a 30-23 win over the Commanders in a battle of two of the NFL's top scoring offenses. NFL rushing leader Derrick Henry continued his dominant form, rushing 24 times for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Zay Flowers set a Ravens first-half record with 132 receiving yards on 9 catches. Two-time NFL MVP Lamar Jackson completed 20 of 26 passes and added 40 rushing yards on 11 attempts. He led 2 90-plus yard scoring drives, securing Baltimore's 4th straight win after starting the season 0-2. The victory marked Baltimore's 4th consecutive win after an 0-2 start, further boosting Lamar Jackson's case for a 3rd MVP award. The Ravens stuck to the same successful formula that fueled their 3-game winning streak, a potent 1-2 punch with Jackson and running back Derrick Henry. Washington's defense struggled to contain either of Baltimore's offensive stars. As always, Jackson contributed with both his arm and his legs, leading the way for Baltimore. Commanders rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels threw for 269 yards and 2 touchdowns, completing 24 of 35 passes while rushing for 22 yards. Both teams came into the game riding winning streaks, but it was the Ravens who left with theirs intact. Henry, with 9 touchdowns in 6 games, sealed the win with a 27-yard run just before the 2-minute warning. After an early interception on the Ravens' first drive, Jackson helped Baltimore score on 6 of their next 7 possessions. Jackson's touchdown pass went to Mark Andrews, who finished with 66 yards on 3 catches, his best game of the season. Zay Flowers added 9 catches for 132 yards, and Rashad Bateman also contributed in a balanced offensive attack. Though Jaden Daniels set a season high in passing yards, the Commanders struggled without running back Brian Robinson, affecting their time of possession and ability to keep up with Baltimore's high-powered offense. Once Baltimore's offense found its rhythm, the Washington Commanders had no answer. The Ravens' final 6 drives resulted in 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and a game-ending 7-play drive that ran down the clock in victory formation. The Ravens used their offensive weapons precisely, averaging a season-high 7.4 yards per play, topping the 6.8 yards per play they averaged in Week 5 against the Bengals when they scored 41 points. Lamar Jackson was less flashy than in that game, but more precise, throwing for 323 yards and a touchdown, and capitalizing on Washington stacking the box to stop Derrick Henry. Baltimore engineered touchdown drives of 93 and 94 yards. Jackson's top target was Zay Flowers, who caught 9 passes for 132 yards, exploiting man-to-man coverage with his speed and picking up crucial yards after the catch. Rashad Bateman, who finished the game with 4 catches and 71 yards, was reliable in every target. And Mark Andrews, he scored his first touchdown of the season. Meanwhile, Derrick Henry finished with 24 carries and 132 yards. He eclipsed 100 yards for the 3rd time in 4 games. Nicknamed the King, Henry might as well be called the closer now, as his late game runs have become the Ravens' signature. After a 51-yard run sealed a victory over the Bengals last week, Henry's 27-yard rush before the 2-minute warning put Washington away. Jackson described the Ravens' offense as pick your poison, and defenses have struggled to find an answer. This offensive balance is exactly what Baltimore envisioned in its 2nd year under offensive coordinator Todd Monken, with Henry adding even more versatility. The team aimed to run effectively, pass efficiently, and keep opponents off balance, and that's exactly what they've done. Baltimore's defense wasn't flawless, but it was physical. Players like Michael Pierce, Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Tavius Robinson, and Travis Jones delivered punishing hits. Washington rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels, who looks like a future star, made plays despite the pressure, but Baltimore's defense logged 7 QB hits and 3 sacks, limiting Washington's biggest play to just 28 yards and holding them to 56 rushing yards. This game was a bounce back for Baltimore's defense after surrendering 5 touchdown passes to Joe Burrow the previous week. The addition of veteran coach Dean Pease to defensive coordinator Zach Orr's staff half helped as the defense raised its level of play and eliminated key mistakes. The Ravens improved to 19-2 at M&T Bank Stadium against rookie quarterbacks under coach John Harbaugh. And while Baltimore secured the win, Daniels left the field with the Ravens' respect. Tight end Mark Andrews has been a key contributor since he was drafted in 2018. His 41 touchdown receptions tie him with Todd Heap for the most in Ravens history, thanks to his special chemistry with Jackson. Andrews has also been a critical blocker, helping spring Henry for big runs. Finally getting his first touchdown of the season must have felt great, and it could reignite Andrews as an even bigger part of the offense, especially in the red zone where the Ravens have already been efficient. Remember the panic after the Ravens 0-2 start? It now feels like a distant memory. 4 straight wins now have put the Baltimore Ravens back in the thick of the AFC race. The players and coaches deserve credit for staying composed and correcting the course, unlike other slow starting teams. With 11 games left, the season is far from over, but resiliency is a trait of champions, and the Ravens have shown they have it. Despite Lamar Jackson's impressive 348 passing yards last Sunday against Cincinnati, the Ravens continued to pound the ball on the ground and did it effectively. Baltimore has maintained several key streaks and statistical milestones in 2024, and they have a chance to extend those throughout the rest of the season. According to the NFL, the Ravens have rushed for 150 or more yards as a team in 5 consecutive games this season. On Sunday, they joined the 1971 Raiders as the only teams in the Super Bowl era to post 6 straight games with 150 rushing yards. Additionally, Baltimore's streak of 100-yard team rushing performances is back to 38 games, just 5 shy of the NFL record that the Ravens share with Pittsburgh. A key factor in the Ravens' dominant ground game has been the addition of Derrick Henry, who leads the league with 572 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. Henry has scored a rushing touchdown in each of the Ravens' first 5 games. He becomes the first player since LaDainian Tomlinson to record a rushing touchdown in his team's first 6 games of a season. Sunday marked Henry's 125th career game, and with 1 more rushing touchdown, he'll tie Adrian Peterson for the 5th most rushing touchdowns in a player's first 125 games. Last week, Henry became only the 5th player in NFL history to surpass 10,000 rushing yards and 100 scrimmage touchdowns in 125 games or fewer, joining legends Jim Brown, Emmitt Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Adrian Peterson. Derrick Henry has been the best addition for this Ravens team. He is the piece that this team has been missing. Like Lamar Jackson said, they are a true 1-2 punch. Pick your poison. The read option with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry is exactly what we expected. During the offseason and during training camp, we were all so excited to watch this play out, and it's doing exactly what we all expected. The Ravens are looking like one of the best teams in the NFL. Their defense continues to improve and step up week after week, and their offense as well is doing the same. Mark Andrews had a slow start to the season, and he easily had his best game and recorded a touchdown, making a ton of fantasy owners proud. But also Zay Flowers had a career game, 9 receptions in the first half for 138 yards, all in the first half. I was playing him in fantasy, so I definitely know how his performance went. He had a great game, and he's going to continue to be a weapon for Lamar Jackson in this offense. Derrick Henry went to the exact team that needed him the most, and the Ravens are going to be a very scary team for the rest of the season. The Ravens started 0-2 and are now looking like one of the best teams in the league. Let me know down below what you think so far of the Ravens start to this season. Let me know what you think of Derrick Henry on this team. I think it's one of the best additions of this offseason. And if you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe. You turn the notification bell on so you never miss a Ravens video or any video at all. Leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.